Hey anime lovers, welcome to ROTK. Today we will be taking a look at my top 10 most well-written anime villains. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe down below, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 10 is Light Yagami. Light Yagami from Death Note represents the scariest types of villains. These are the villains who are the most realistic. In real life, people like Light Yagami become tyrannical dictators who utilize their intellect and charisma to win over their constituents, only to gravely fail them in the end. Light Yagami, of course, represents the type of villain that is, perhaps, the most dangerous of them all. He's not much in terms of physical strength, but he has the IQ of a genius. In the grand scheme of things, no other anime character wields the caliber of power that Light has in the palm of his hands. He was steadfast in his goal of becoming god of the new world. Though he started by killing one criminal, Light's endeavor quickly became a genocide. He killed anybody who got in his way, even his father. Number 9 is Griffith. Though Berserk features an extensive cast of antagonists, Griffith is the most memorable. Fascinatingly, Griffith entered the show as one of Guts' closest allies. However, jealousy began to take over Griffith. He felt he was falling behind, and eventually, he lost all morality in his plight to get the upper hand on Guts. As the leader of the Midland Regular Army, Griffith is charismatic. His presence turns people from ordinary civilians into devoted fanatics of his army. Once he turned into Femto, he was given immense powers. With these powers, Griffith launched wide-scale chaos upon the world. Number 8 is Gendo Ikari. Gendo Ikari from Neon Genesis Evangelion is an absolutely infuriating villain. Every time he comes on screen, he evokes negative emotions from the viewers. Perhaps the most troubling aspect of his character is that he had numerous chances to do the right thing, but he never considered it. Not only is he a despicable villain, but Gendo is also a terrible father. Gendo only cares about himself. He devoted a large chunk of his life to developing a plan to reunite with his deceased wife, Yui. Instead of raising his son, Gendo decided to use him as a tool for his greater goals.
Yes, you're right. I am. I have fought to protect everything I thought I wanted to protect.
Number 7 is Lelouch. Lelouch from Code Geass initially had noble goals in mind. He wanted to get retribution for all of Britannia's atrocities. However, when he rose to power, he turned into a madman. Lelouch committed several atrocities in his plight to get revenge on Britannia. He committed mass murder, treason, and absolute decimation of society. Though Lelouch's initial goal was to avenge his mother and the citizens of Britannia, he became the very thing he despised so much. Lelouch went mad with power, and it turned him into an even more significant security threat than anything Britannia could ever dream of becoming.
Had longer before exacting my sweet revenge.
Number 6 is Frieza. One of the most influential anime villains is none other than Dragon Ball's Frieza. He became the strongest villain in the entire series. It is because of Frieza's influence on the plot that the Z fighters were forced to become stronger if they even wanted to stand on the same playing field as him. Frieza entered the story shrouded in mystery, and he's a fascinating villain. Frieza strayed from many norms of shonen villains at that time. He never had a redemption arc. There was never any grand lesson or morale that he learned along the way. Never once did Frieza stop to think about the consequences of his actions. Yet, fans and other characters found Frieza somewhat honorable. Number 5 is Akaza. Akaza is perhaps the best written villain in Demon Slayer. Fans who haven't caught up on the manga believe that he is just a senselessly evil demon and a mindless servant of Muzan. However, fans who have read the manga understand his complex backstory. Not only is Akaza the best written villain in the series, he may very well be the most tragic. Akaza deeply respects strong and can hold their own against him and has never forgotten the name of anybody he admires. Despite all of his bloodlust, Akaza believed that he was weak because he could never protect those he loved. His memories of being a human impact his decisions, such as his principle of never eating women or children to survive. Number 4 is Meruem. Meruem from Hunter x Hunter is one of the most dangerous villains in the anime. Though his abilities leave more to be desired, the possibilities are endless for him. He's also much more proficient in combat than any other villain in the series. As king of the Chimera Ants, Meruem is deadly. Not only does he possess immense physical strength and enduring, but he's also wickedly intelligent. He has a plethora of abilities to choose from at any given moment. Perhaps his most daunting ability is the way he uses Nen. Due to how well versed Meruem is in many different aspects, he's incredibly adaptable to any situation. Number 3 is Sakuna. Sakuna from Jujutsu Kaisen reigns as the king of curses. All other cursed spirits wouldn't dare cross him, and nobody underestimates his abilities. Sakuna was once a legendary Jujutsu sorcerer. Other sorcerers had to pay the ultimate price to defeat him. Ultimately, he died. But even after passing, Sakuna wasn't going away that easily. He became a cursed spirit, but the curse was far too strong for his body to be destroyed by the sorcerers. Number 2 is Askeladd. Askeladd was one of the stars of Vinland Saga's first season. He was responsible for murdering Thors, one of the greatest known fighters in the series. Askeladd was a very calculating individual, who planned his every move. He was so captivating that Thorfinn was mesmerized by him, and at one point, he started to idolize him. His character peaked towards the end of the first season, where he feigned madness and lopped off the king's head. Number 1 is Aizen. Aizen is one of the most recognizable faces in the anime community. The antagonist from Bleach was responsible for causing huge chaos. He was originally the captain of the 5th Division, but he later betrayed the Soul Society. Very few villains boast of the same intellect as Aizen, who is a master tactician. Aizen's intelligence allowed him to beat many opponents without even trying. With his Kyoka Sugetsu, Aizen could control all the 5 senses. And that's it for my top 10 most well-written anime villains. Please make sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in our next video.